Aston Villa. Now, it used to be that a win against Aston Villa was just expected and routine. These days, well, especially this season, a win against Aston Villa would be a great result. Mac, is that the problem this year?
I mean, we're going to beat Villa and we're going to be ecstatic like we've just beat Bayern Munich. And then it's going to be that whole cycle again, isn't it? And, oh, lads, what are we going to do, eh?
I don't know.
What are we going to do?
Probably move on to Gaz.
Well, yeah, it would be a good result for us this season. You know, we've not played well all season, and that was highlighted as well.
Hey, Gaz, you said we played well on Saturday.
No, I didn't.
On Tuesday, sorry.
This is what people aren't getting. This is what people aren't getting. I didn't say we played well. I said compared to us this season, we lost 3-0 at home, and I think it was not one of our better performances, but I don't think we deserve to lose 3-0. And it's so bad that I'm coming out of losing a Manchester derby 3-0, and I'm thinking, oh, you know what? We actually played all right.
I think that's where the abuse came from.
What does that? What does
Gaz
that?
out.
What does that? Yeah.
Language.
Look at that.
Gaz
Oh,
out.
yeah, that's
Gaz.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, what does that say about Manchester United when I'm coming out of a Manchester derby losing 3-0 and thinking we weren't that
I think it says
bad?
more about you, Gaz.
Yeah, it might do. You know what? It might do. But I just thought that Manchester derby, I thought the players were making, more runs than we usually would. There's a lot more going on off
But
the
you
ball.
say usually, you mean this season. But that's
Yeah,
not
this season,
acceptable.
yeah,
He's tricked you.
No, it's
He's
not
tricked you into thinking that is okay. It's not okay, Gaz. Don't fall into the trap. That's right. So let's move on. After the game, Paul Scholes was very critical of summer signing Marouane Fellaini, saying that for £27 million, he at the very least, expects a few goals. Do we think Scholes was right to have a go at Fellaini?
I disagree with Scholes there, to be honest, because I disagree with this whole culture at United. It's happened a few times over the years where things don't go quite our way and we find a scapegoat. Happened to Johnny Evans, happened to Dimitar Berbatov, and now it's happening to Tom Cleverley and it's happening to Marouane Fellaini. Now, I don't believe Tom Cleverley is good enough to be starting for Manchester United. I think Marouane Fellaini is a half-decent player who could have a long-term future here. But I think this attitude where we get on these two players' backs and like it was young earlier in the season. Why are we blaming these players? They are not at fault. They're not to blame for this whole problem.
I'm going to interrupt you.
Fellaini,
Let me interrupt you because I think you're missing the point. It's not that Scholes is saying Fellaini is at fault for the season. What he's saying is that as an individual, and Fellaini is not playing to the best of his ability.
To score more goals? How can you expect Fellaini to score more goals if he's playing in a team? That is so shocking. It's not his fault. He's just coming to the team. He's coming to the team where there's a lot of title winners. There's a lot of players there, some of them have won Champions League. Some of them have won a number of titles. And people are expecting him to come in and make the whole difference. Don't be so stupid. If we were playing well, he'd be playing well. Because we're playing poorly, he's not playing well.
Mac doesn't think that Fellaini is responsible for playing to the best of his ability. He thinks it's down to everybody else around him. Where do you stand on this?
Sam, no one ever said that.
Twisted your words.
To be honest, when we signed Fellaini, I was hoping that we'd play him in the role that we have been playing in the past few games, in that centre midfield, maybe slightly holding, but, coming forward when we've got set pieces and things like that. So I quite like the role that he's been playing. I think past few games he has picked it up. I know he was injured for a bit, but he's not been good enough. He's been all right, but like the 3-0 loss to City, all right, this season for United is amazing. It's a shame, really. It's a shame.
And that's the problem. We've learned to accept. I walked out of there. I'm bothered. I'm hurting. I'm so caught up by these defeats. But it's like I'm getting used to losing.
Exactly.
What the hell?
It's all an illusion. He's tricking us all.
It's not an illusion.
No,
we're
but he's
losing.
tricking us all into that this is okay, that this is all right. Don't worry, we know we're going to lose to City. Don't worry about it. One day we'll be as good as them. These are the things he's trying to make us believe.
This is the thing, I think I'm stupid because I still believe that we will be. And I still think that, honestly, I can see us doing it next season with Moyes.
You're like me, Gaz. You fell in love with the story.
Okay, let's move on to Aston Villa. Mac, what's your team? Who are you playing?
DDG,
nice.
Obviously. Raphael, Jones, Evans if he's back, and Butner. If we're playing against Bayern Munich and Butner's coming into the game after just one set of 90 minutes in the last month against West Ham, then he's going to get roasted anyway, but he's going to get roasted even more. Then I'd play with Carrick and Fellaini, central midfield. Then I'd play with Mata just off Rooney. I'd play the same front four that we played against West Ham.
Gaz, anything different?
It's a similar team. Vidic is back from suspension. So, is he? Yeah?
Yeah, he is.
I wouldn't play him.
Vidic's back from suspension. So I put Vidic at centre back, obviously Dave in goal. So I've had Rafa, Jones, Vidic, Butner. I'd play Butner, you know, to get him ready for that Bayern Munich game. If I was picking the best possible team that we could, I'd have probably Giggs and Fellaini. But I think that we should play Giggs against Bayern Munich because he's the only player who seems to put his head up in the central midfield position and play a killer ball. So I'll put Fellaini and Carrick there, just rest Giggs. And then I've had Valencia on the right, Welbs on the left, Mata behind Rooney.
Okay, I mean, this is for the Bayern preview, really. But would you actually play Butner against Bayern Munich? Wouldn't you play Raphael on the left and, say, Phil Jones, Chris Smalling on the right?
No way.
You play Butner against Bayern Munich?
No.
Smalling is like Bambi on ice.
I mean, we've all seen Butner. Okay, right, so let's move on to the Oppo, Aston Villa. Gaz, who are the danger men? How do we stop them? Yep, we're saying that about Aston Villa.
I know, that's the problem. They've got pacey players, aren't they, who aren't actually that good at football, but apparently that doesn't even matter to us this season. We'll just get beat by any old team. So we've got a... I don't know. I don't know. I can't do this anymore.
I'll tell you, their best players. Fabian Delph's been playing absolutely fantastic for them this season.
Van Lahore. What a player Van Lahore is.
Fabian Delph's been doing well for them. I mean, when he was at Leeds, I was watching him a little bit, and he's gone to Villa, and he wasn't doing well there in his first season, so he had a few injuries, and he's settled a bit this season, and he does get them ticking a little bit. They beat Chelsea at home, so obviously they will be quietly confident, but they lost against Stoke 4-1.
They're not a good team, are they? They're not a good team, and they've got
an excuse, though, that Lambert's come in and he's using young players. We've got no excuse.
Okay, right, so let's guess. Mac, what do you think the score will be?
Are we going to be optimistic here?
I suppose he should be honest, an honest prediction of the score.
Well, I'm not going to say that. I'll be optimistic. I'll be optimistic, and I'll say 2-1. Go on.
Oh, nice, Mac.
I think we'll win 3-1.
That's a very optimistic. I'm going to go for a nice 1-0. I'll take a 1-0, clean sheet. The goal will come from left back. Yeah, Butner's going to prove us all wrong and score a deflected screamer.
I know he can score. I just know he can't defend.
Okay, guys, Mac's got his own channel, if you didn't know. Check it out, he's amazing. Gaz is a lovely kid. Stop kicking off about him because he said we did all right against City, despite that obviously being nonsense. Thanks very much. Make sure you're subscribed. Comment on this video. Tell us who you would play, what you think about the tactics and everything else that's mad going on at Manchester United. Share this with your mates and subscribe to Full-Time Devils because it will change your ruddy life.
Do the thing.
He's a Preston manager. He's an Everton manager. He's not a Man U manager. Never will be. Never was. Go and get Van Gaal. Go and get Hiddink. Go and get a guy who's used to a big club who can walk in here and take this mantle on of this club.